This is Deepika Patel and welcome to the SchoolQuizz. So let's start our today's class, and today we will discuss the important multiple choice question of chapter 15, our environment. Okay, so we have discussed the our environment chapter in detail, and we have also discussed the summary of this chapter. Okay, so you can watch the video. It is just for the 30 minutes. Okay, so let's start our today's class, and today we will discuss all the important multiple choice question which can come to your exam. Okay, so this is for your term 2 examination. So let's start. And also tell me if you like this series, the multiple choice question series. So also tell me in the comment section. Okay, so I will meet for the chapter 8 and chapter 9 also. Okay, so let's start our today's class. So you have the question number 1. All the interacting organisms in an area together with the non-living constituents is called. You have option number 1, environment, option number 2, ecosystem, biotic components and abiotic components. All the interacting organisms in an area together with the non-living constituents is called. So it is, yes, the answer is, correct answer is ecosystem. Okay, so remember I have told you that when the interacting word comes, so it belongs to the ecosystem. Okay, what will they do in the ecosystem? The biotic and the abiotic components interact with each other. Okay, so environment is the all the surroundings, and the biotic components is the living beings. Okay, and abiotic components is the non-living beings, but the interaction between these two is called the ecosystem. So you have answer is your ecosystem. Okay, so this is the answer. Number second, you have biotic components comprising of living beings, non-living things, A and B both, none of the above. So this is obvious. The answer is the living beings. Okay, so this is simple. Okay, so you have the question number 3. Which of the following is an artificial ecosystem? Okay, so the option is a drop of water, tree, forest, garden. Okay, so just pause the video and think and mark the right one. Okay, so I think you are correct, and the answer is garden. Okay, so what is the artificial ecosystem? The artificial ecosystem is made by the man. Okay, made by the man. So this is a man-made ecosystem. So see here, the option is drop of water. This is not by man-made. Okay, and tree also not. Forest, obviously it is not the answer. So the garden is made by the man. Okay, so this is the artificial ecosystem. Okay, the answer is garden. Question number 4, you have which of the following is the example of smallest ecosystem? So what is the smallest ecosystem here? You have the option garden, aquarium, water drop, tree. Okay, so garden is also a ecosystem. Okay, aquarium little is smaller than the garden. Okay, water drop and a tree. So you might be confused between these two, water drop and a tree, but the answer is water drop. Okay, I have told you in a drop of water, this is also an ecosystem because there are many micro bacteria are in this drop. Okay, so this is also the ecosystem. Why? Because the bacteria are the biotic components, and this water itself are abiotic components. Okay, so they are interacting with their environment. So this is also ecosystem, and this is the smallest ecosystem. So the answer will be water drop ecosystem. Okay, and water drop. Question number 5, which organisms can make organic compounds like starch from inorganic substance using the radiant energy of the sun in the presence of chlorophyll. So you have the option producer, consumer, decomposer, and the omnivorous. So just pause the video and try to mark the right one. Okay. So all these question is from your the NCERT book. Okay. So just read the NCERT book thoroughly so you can easily mark all the questions correct. Okay. So what is the answer of this question? Yes, the answer is the producer. And in the producer, what comes? Plant. Okay. So in the photosynthesis process, the plant use the radiant energy, which is the sun, okay, from the sun, and in the presence of chlorophyll, they make organic compounds like starch, sugar, okay, from the inorganic substance. Okay. So the answer will be producer. When the plants in the options, you will be easily find out what will be the answer. Okay. But here the producer, consumer, decomposer, and the omnivores, so you might confused. So remember, which organisms can make organic compounds like starch from inorganic substance? Sun, using radiant energy sun, and in the presence of chlorophyll, so they will be producer. And in the producer, what comes? The plants. Okay. So the answer of question 5 is producer, and here water drop, and here garden. Okay. Now move to the next. So you have question number 6. Which of these organisms feed on the producers? So tell me, which of these organisms feed on the producers? Consumers, decomposers, both, none. Yes, the answer is consumer. So producer, then consumer, and then decomposer. Okay, decomposer. Which of these organisms feed on the dead material? So the question, the option is decomposer, consumer, producer, parasite. So here it is clear that the consumer and the consumer and the producer will not be the answer. Okay, so you might be confused between the decomposer and the parasite, but the answer will be decomposer because they feed on the dead material. Okay, and because of this process, they give nutrition to the soil, and this nutrition will be used by the plants. And this nutrition will used by plants, that is the producers. Okay. Now, Amar bale is an example of the decomposer, consumer, producer, parasite. So what will the answer? Yes, the answer will be parasite. Okay. So what is the parasite? Parasite is living on the other because they are dependent on the other. Okay. So there will be one and there will be second. So on which they are living, they will be the host. Okay. And sometimes is also harmful for that. Okay. So these are the parasites. Now move to the next question. Okay. So you have the question number 9, that which of these organisms break down the complex organic substance into simple organic substance. Okay. So you have the question number option 1, decomposer, producer, plant, parasite, consumer. So we recently seen that plant make organic compounds from the inorganic substance. Okay. So plant will not be the answer. And because plant will not be the answer, so the producer also will not be the answer because plant is under the producer. Okay. Plant is also called the producer. Consumer is also not the answer because they consume or dependent upon the producers. Okay. Decomposers, that might be. Okay. Parasite also not the answer. We have seen what is the parasite. Okay. So the answer will be decomposer. Okay. So they feed on the dead material and break down the complex organic substance into the simple inorganic substance. Okay. Now, in a food chain of plant, grasshopper, frog, and snake, which of these organisms represent the third trophic level? Okay, so there is a plant, then there is a grasshopper, then there is a frog, and then there is a snake. So which of these representing the third trophic level? Yes, the frog. So frog is representing the third trophic level. So the answer will be frog. When one form of energy is changed into another. Okay. So you have option 1, some energy gained to other trophic level, some energy lost to other trophic level, energy remains constant, and energy is not transferred. So what will be the answer? Just pause the video and think. Okay. Yes. So I hope you mark the correct one. And the answer is some energy lost to another trophic level. Remember the law of the energy. Okay. Law of the energy flow. So when, let's say, plant, okay, grasshopper, frog, and the snake. Okay, so in these trophic levels, the energy is transferring from the plants to grasshopper to frog to snake. Okay, so when it is transferring, some energy loss, and there is a law of the energy loss, like 10% law follow. So always a 10% energy. Okay, so always a 10% energy used, and all the energy is the loss. Okay, like if the plant have the 10,000 energy, so only 10% energy will be used by the grasshopper. So the grasshopper gained the grasshopper have the 1,000 energy. Okay, same goes with the frog. So 100 energy. Okay, and for the snake 10 energy. Okay, so snake got the 10 energy, and this limits the trophic level. Okay, and this limits the trophic level. Okay, so the answer is the some energy lost to other trophic level. In the energy flow, the energy is lost from the one trophic level to the other trophic level, or you can say the from the lower trophic level to the higher trophic level. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now you have the question energy flow law: 20%, 10%, 25%, 1%. So we have discussed that it is 10%. Okay, the autotrophs capture the energy present in the sunlight and convert it into. Okay, so what does the autotroph do? They take the energy from the sunlight and convert it into mechanical energy, chemical energy, bioenergy, solar energy. So solar energy will not be the answer because sunlight is sunlight itself a solar energy. Okay, bioenergy is also not an answer, and mechanical energy is also not the answer. The answer will be chemical energy. Okay, which of the following characteristics is not of food chain? So not. The question is asking not. Okay, so you have option 1, there are maximum 4 or 5 trophic levels. So it is somewhere correct. Okay, the number second, it is in particular sequence. This is also correct. It is a part of food web. This is also correct. It helps in increasing the population of endangered species. So this is wrong. Okay, so the answer will be 4. Option number 4. Okay, so you have 15 number questions. Arrange the sequence in order. Number 1, producer, sunlight, carnivores, herbivores. Number 2, sunlight, carnivores, producers, herbivores. Sunlight, producers, herbivores, carnivores. Sunlight, producers, carnivores, and herbivores. So these questions are a bit confusing. So Just remember, you should just a second. Okay, sorry for the background noise. So these questions are a bit confusing. So just remember, you should carefully read the option and then mark the right one. Okay. So the answer will be here, number third. Sunlight produces herbivores and then the carnivores. Okay. Question number 16, you have which of these occupy the top level in any food chain? So your answer will be human. Okay. So the lion, tiger, yes. Giraffe, yes. But human is the top level. Okay. Top level in the consumer. In biological magnification, the pollutants is decreasing by every level, increasing by every level, remains constant, can go back to previous level. So what will be the answer? You have to think and just mark the right one, and we will discuss the answer of this question in our next video. Okay. So let's end this class here and we will meet in our next class. Thank you for joining the class. Thank you again.